ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen, but you seem to have me confused with a character in a fictional show. Now, if you'll excuse me, my fondue is just about...
Yes, I remember the damn cats. There were so many of them. I couldn't fight them off all by myself. Welcome, Twitch user. So basically this morning, or afternoon, I basically came across a class trial. I would have done it this morning, but my throat was kind of feeling a little off, and I thought maybe, because I'm doing a lot of reading, I figured if I kind of like get some rest, maybe do something about it. If I could treat the sore throat a little bit, maybe I'll feel better tonight. Well, I did exactly that, and yeah, I feel like $1 million. So we should be good. So yeah, let's just jump right in. I still need to check my audio though first, and then once I do that, we'll get going here. So we're here. Here. Okay. Alright, we're good. Yeah, it should be the same how I left it earlier today. We should be fine. Just gonna go ahead and kill the music. And then let's just go ahead and launch the game. Got an illness for... I got an illness from nothing here. Buff. God, sneezing. Sounds like a cat. That can't be good. Oh, is there random emojis? I have no idea. I could only assume that someone wants those to be there. But I could only assume. Okay, so we got a body and we have to investigate this. Well, I see a knife. There's a knife lying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. So we found a body, and it did explode. Not only did it explode, it caught fire. By the way, you can overlay saves the other saves. You mean like override? Yeah, I do that all the time. If that's what you mean. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. That's a pretty big blade. My audio is kind of glitchy. Don't know if it's just me. Oh, I actually don't even have the goddamn... I had to check my audio, so that was on me. Yeah. Kind of like the music a little bit. Yeah, I have to check... Whenever I check my audio, I always have to, turn off the game audio. So... yeah, that was on me. Now, if there is still any problems, then I can't help you. So I already checked my audio. It sounds good to me, so. My favorite song is the investigation music. It is really good. Does that mean the knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And the same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. Does this taste like ketchup? No, I'm pretty sure that's probably blood. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? Oh, the cats are attacking! I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Looks like fragments of something. They are all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but... See shelter running. Oh no. I feel like I've seen something like this before, but where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. I don't know what the hell that is. Fragments near the dead body. I have no idea what that is. Oh no, there's a cat behind... Wait, what is it behind me? Better not be behind me. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh. There's something weird about the body's fingernails. These are fake nails. They are really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails. Is that a tattoo? There's also something on the back of her right hand. That is a tattoo, apparently. That tattoo, it got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but I heard his name started with Barefoot. Let's see, there's a... Sounds like Barefoot. You might be onto us. Looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Yeah, it does look like a dog. White jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Well, we did set it on fire. Well, the bomb did. I threw a bucket of water on it. It got set on fire, and I threw water on it since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half and bottom half dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. Is it right? Exploded body analysis. I don't think there's anything else to really investigate, so... I guess we better ask the others? It's 11 o'clock, right? Okay,
You're serious?
Well, I was just thinking. Hair is crazy. Well, I just was thinking about when first found the body. And the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help remember when that was. When it comes to announcement, woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed to the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Tina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Coco went to get the pickaxe, and that's when he found the body. Time was it then? Well, it was a little after 9, right? Now then, Tokyo, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. It's a pretty small job. Well, at least it's something. Alright, Rakua, what do you have? Good morning, Toto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear when you were after... nighttime began last night? I think we were in our room. Got visited by nature? Wow. It's a lot of nature. See flowers, butterflies, God knows what else. Guy with crazy hair. Well, I was sick, so I slept. I was asleep all night. But why are you asking me that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This number took place after midnight. How can you know that for sure? Because just after midnight began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. Speaking of being sick, I woke up at 1 a.m. and can't get back to sleep. Well, I woke up at 7-ish, a little after 7, at nighttime, and I've been up ever since. I wonder if we have the same problem. Can I confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here?
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. Interesting. Now, what is going on there? Is that a gun? In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only one who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well, but you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling you the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, now what? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Damn. Oh, it's a Nerf gun. Oh, thank God. So we'll be safe another day, hopefully. We might even have to check the chicken coop and the tool shed, maybe. Who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm gonna not look. I don't want to think anymore. Good call. You know what? Let's check the chicken coop. There's a chicken missing. I counted 4 chickens. 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? There were 5. Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right.
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We are short 1.
Huh?
We are 1 short. He keeps blaming you to chapter 1, 2, I think, 3, 4, and 5. Well, if you're talking about Barakua, of course, he is so weird. At one point, like, he's neutral, and then he all of a sudden has this idea that, oh, I gotta win. And then all of a sudden he hates us, despises us. And then for some reason, all of a sudden, lately he's been like a total bro. And it's like, I can't get a read on this guy at all. So, yeah, I don't know. Before I was like, okay, he's just like anyone else. Then all of a sudden he hates us. And now it's like, he's wanting to be kind of like a team player, but he still kind of has that, I don't know, I want to say a smug attitude a little bit. So, but he's definitely more of a bro now than he's ever had. Like, now he's actually starting to, like, try and do things as a group. So, I don't know. Maybe it was because of Sakura, she died, so maybe that has something to do with it? I really don't know. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask with a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. Grab chickens. Here's the chicken. Damn. I should have known the chicken was in chat. That would make total sense. Wait, no it doesn't. Miraculous said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But how much blood was there on the body? Didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too. Alright. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They are set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Hold on. So the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 each morning, right? And if the body was here, then the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place after the sprinkler system? The plot thickens. He's running away. No, run after him. Well, I would, but I'm kind of playing a game, so I want to, but you might be able to handle it. I mean, he is in chat. He can run wild, but I'm sure we could catch him, right? 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 That's not what I was wanting to click on. What the? Right now, we're just clicking on everything in the room right now. We should probably check the tool shed, but alright. We got him safe? Oh, thank God. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. That was not there before. Is this a tarp? Wait, what was there? Was there a tarp in here before? No, there wasn't. I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. I don't think it was here. This is entirely new. That would explain why the body is dry. The tarp is wet and covered with mud and grime. Some of that could be blood, actually. But the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. Interesting. The side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. I'm getting chicken food. Okay, but we still need that chicken from Chet. Just saying. At least we might. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Yeah, other than that, it's pretty much the same. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, I want to sneeze so bad. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically the fragment I found before. There's something I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions, and I still need to find out more about Kyoko. I have no idea where that is. That fragment does not look familiar to me. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? I can find out more about her. Maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more, but the key to her room, Rakua has.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can allow you to engage in further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if you'll let me borrow her room. Alright, just ask. Dracula? If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial. No, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You are the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or maybe not. Come back later, huh? Okay then. In the meantime, I should look around elsewhere. Maybe I should check that one area. I don't know where that one area is. Okay, well, let's go truth bullets. Where? Something I seen earlier? I really don't know. I really don't know. I guess we get out of here. There's only one guess that I have, but I can't be sure. Wait, I have to change? Oh no. What are we changing into? So this is still locked? Oh right, this is open now. That's right. It's about to shut. Oh no. Well, I hope we have plenty of time before it shuts. Otherwise, that could be bad? No. It's a good thing, right, that it's going to shut. Because it will protect us from the cat series of guns. I'm confused. Wait. Yes. Yes? It will protect us from the explosions of Nerf guns and Nerf cats. Honestly, it's the legion of Nerf cats that explode. Maybe. No, that's just stupid. And I'm going the wrong way. There's only one possible thing that we could be talking about. Only one possible thing. Might have to go in here. I got the bed. Monochroma laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
This is the only thing it could possibly be. I just found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monochroma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb. That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that the fragments I found in the garden... Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Rockwood. Right! Gotta walk all the way back. I hope the bed is very comfy for the chicken. Because it's gonna need to be comfy after I eat it. I'm pretty sure I could fry up some bird and chat. Although, how do I get to it? Digitally. Many months later, I know, right? I honestly I fat-fingered my controller. I kind of hate the fact that the game kind of forces me to, like, just walk across the entire map. Like, give me an elevator or something, or like a fast travel. The chicken grew up? But it was just here. How? Chicken. The chunks. Think you can go soon, Baracula?
Let's go.
You wanted to check Kyoko's room, right? Very well then, let's go. Wait for me. Naruto walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on my way to the dorms. Well then, here we go. Dracula took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... and it's open. Looks like it thinks. Right. It's behind the door. I left the door open. Did the chicken run out? So this is Kyoko's room. Clicking on everything. I legitimately don't see anything else. There's something on the table. It's a wood block, decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. What? The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Dracula doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
I'm gonna sacrifice my life. No! Wait, unless if it's with a Nerf gun. Because I think you can get the job done with a Nerf gun. It might take 1,000 tries and 1,000 years, but I'm pretty sure with a Nerf gun, I think you can find a sacrifice for the gods. Maybe. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm probably sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Okay. Well, you're the only one that hasn't talked yet, so... wanted to come here, right? So... what is it you are looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find something... some kind of clue here. Guys? No! Was it the chicken? It probably was the chicken. Armed with a Nerf gun. Gotta be it. Gotta be it. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on!
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you are doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. I found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
well, something has certainly happened, so open it, okay? I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Could it be something under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumbled up piece of paper. Class number 78, student registry. Mukuro Kusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Kusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the only thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you, it was a key and blank. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. Cheeky at 90 years old, I'm gonna die next to you. I've been waiting to see you in heaven. Would there be barbecue? I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Is it barbecue flavored indulgences? Because that could be it. Hurry up and finish your research. Hurry up and finish your search. For barbecue? We're gonna be here for a while. Okay. I wonder if I could find barbecue in chat. I made an effort to pull myself together and then look down the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Kusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military for childrenhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for the military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she joined a mercenary group known as Dinner. For those 3 years, she insisted that she hadn't, I probably botched that, hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Mom, it's your birthday present. Open your present. Well, it's, as long as it's barbecue, I'm completely fine. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's science fiction. Sci-fi. I don't know why I got science fiction from sci-fi. I'm a moron. It's like one's nonfiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Finnerer in a place like this. I know I'm botching that. You recognize it.
Naturally.
The Mercenary Corp is a collection of battle-crazed wormwood, and they do have their uses. They always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Turner has already
Found it!
I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. It's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
You found her profile, so what if we did?
Hey, come on now!
1 year later? Oh no. Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. In a case you are wondering, I don't hold it against Yoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. And after all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami? That would be Sakura, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are curious, you know?
What?
Aren't rule violations really so unforgivable? Are you quite adamant about those regulations of yours? Of course I am. I'm a proper school life. A proper school life is built on dedication to organization and order, which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. I can't run for longer. I'll sleep. Well, you can sleep and then try running again later, or tomorrow, or whenever. That might be a good idea. So you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is. Now, Hannah, in fact, the other subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They are actually one of the participants in the killing game. I don't think I've ever actually told you how many participants there actually are, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall, way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think the first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying?
in other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed!
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16 then.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba, she's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Well, because... told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well, now.
That's all you get for now. Actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge. I want to get back at that sneaky Miss... I'm just gonna say Kyoko, because that's who it is. Miss Kyoko, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Now that all you get... She does wear gloves, so we actually would have no way of knowing if she wears fake nails or if she had a tattoo on her hand. Interesting. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again, huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap.
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student, right? Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules of the game. Who wants to hear sad story? I rather not. Live in a trap. Hey Spartan, how you doing, man? Why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later, but the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer. She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity, but if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good
So,
point.
in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. Choose an emoji? Well, there's a lot of emojis. What do you mean? What? I know, right? I don't know either. I'm lost. Kind of like what I said at the start. I'm lost. Someone help me. Makes no sense to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So, that's the trap? They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely seems possible, but if that's the real truth, if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places I need investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? Have no choice. Only the orange emojis are free. I need money now? I think we all need money now. We could always use money. Are these the lockers? I actually never noticed. Oh, and that specifically says 6. Interesting. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker furthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. What's behind the door? I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click. The locker eagerly accepted the key and opened it. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they are made of titanium, which means they are quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they are nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, is the chicken running away again? Well, if you take out the Nerf gun, you might be able to put it down, maybe. And then we can have barbecue. There's something else inside the locker. Oh yeah, there is. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that blood? Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that must mean... that must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Can I look at that tarp again? I think that's all the Arthur has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
Very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case, but how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on... you mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of, but how are we supposed to find out about that? Here, everyone take a piece or two. Oh, thank God, there is lots of barbecue. Oh, man. Wait. How can I eat it, though? It's in chat. Wait, maybe it could be faxed. Or emailed. Can you email it to me? That would be perfect. Isn't it obvious? And if you need a social security number, I got the numbers. It's around here somewhere. I'll find it. Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? You do need a social security number in order to get the email, right? Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Throws barbecue into the screen. Here, you eat it now. Okay, I think I see it. Nope. I thought that was it. Wait, there it is. Wait, that's not barbecue. No, I'm an idiot. It's that thing that's glazed, right? Because that's the barbecue. Yeah, I found it. That is not what I thought barbecue would taste like. It tastes like blue, but I don't know. I think it might be too blue. Yeah. It tastes like blue. Maybe a little black, but mostly blue. I'll make it bigger. Oh. I don't know if I want blue. Can we go with tangerine color? Right? That would be good. Tangerine. I believe there was a file related to, I don't know, somewhere over here. Baraka seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is it? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? There is an elite fighting unit based on the Middle East. Interesting. I'll get Danganronpa 2. No, it's completely good. I got 3. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular students. Real talk though, I'm gonna mute this game real fast. I actually do have the entire game. The entire series. I got 1, 2... I think there was even like a 4th one, I believe. What all do I have? 1 second. Which ones do I have specifically? Let's just go here. Let's just type in Dang, and that should be enough. So we have Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. We have Trigger Happy Havoc, which is the one I'm playing now. Danganronpa Another Episode. Ultra Despair Girls, I believe. Danganronpa version 3, Killing Harmony. So, yeah, those are all the ones I have. I don't know if there was actually more than that. Okay, apparently there's a free demo. We don't need that. Apparently there's a Necro Dancer versus Danganronpa? Oh, okay, that's just like a combo pack. That's just a combo pack, so yeah, we already have the game. Yeah, those are all the ones I see on Steam. Yeah, I should have the entire series. From what I see. Anyway, back to the game. I recommend getting Danganronpa 2 before 3. Ultra Despair Girls is horrible. It doesn't have a lot of information. I've heard of a 4. Well, to be fair, I actually thought the Ultra Despair Girls was actually the 4th one. But anyway. If there is a 4th one, it probably isn't on Steam. At least from what I see. Which wouldn't be surprising. Because, I mean, if it didn't sell too well, it's like, why branch out to the others? You know? They claim that a single member is... Wait, didn't I read this? Just like Christopher would whiff of oregano? Their mere presence... I know, I botched that. Mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group are all neutralized, meaning dead. Oh wait, you haven't heard of... Okay, so, never mind. I'm an idiot. I've read your comment wrong. Yeah. Never mind, I'm a brain-dead moron over here. But to be fair, I did thought that Ultra Despair Girls was like the fourth. Anyway, all I just know is there's 4 games total, and I plan on going through all of them. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality, isn't? Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality these people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what it makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about her. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Emperor comes from, right? That's right, it said the Emperor is the wolf of Ragnarok. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting about that? About that too? Dude. I am just botching stuff left and right. God damn it. I am just the worst. Something interesting related to them. To show that they are a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing somewhere on their body. The hand? What? They got a tattoo. Could that mean? Class trial, let's do this.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us. Organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
Then time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. There's a swimming party and I'm not involved. Chat, how dare you? In my own chat, there's a swimming party. I was never invited. It's like high school all over again. Yeah. Alright, that's... Well, Baraka and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you two to go off together? Just the two of you?
Huh?
What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. We'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but we stood there for 5 whole minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes came and 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what?
What?
Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? I've got it all backwards. You are the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here. Now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. No. But you're wrong. I've been waiting for 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we sprung around to look.
Hey.
I'm... Nice! It's 5 a.m. for me. Get some sleep. I will be streaming again tomorrow, hopefully in the morning, maybe. Or it might be like how we did today, to where I'll stream in the morning and then again later at night, depending on how things go. But then again, there's no class trials, so... I mean, that's honestly the whole reason why I decided to do a stream now, is because I want to do this class trial. So, yeah, there should be a stream tomorrow morning. We're going to be playing this every single day until we finish. So, I'm thinking we could probably finish this over the weekend. Depending on how fast we go. All depends. I'm here and no rules been broken. Kyoko. Kyoko, you're still alive. No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What class regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later.
shing!
I'll make sure you are sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. We'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed to Kyoko. Kyoko? So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we've gotta deal with a ghost. I'm gonna first use what is it with me? I'm gonna use every first emoji. Oh god. Well, here comes the spam. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without looking directly at Kyoko, Barakua stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But...
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the class trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used the key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting, but if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to.
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Just a second!
What are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we go through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her. That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So, why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all, seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm sure overthinking what she said, right? Oh my god, there's so many emotes. Well, we're definitely going to save it again. Alright, let's do this. Wish me luck. The doors slid shut. This time the clunking was louder, even to hurt my ears, and a dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusty darkness, nobody said a word. We stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illumination of the light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs have passed.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
Let's get on with the show. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly last trial. Here we go. Oh, we can't pick this. I'm actually kind of cool with that. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. Let's just do this. Good luck. Appreciate it, dude.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Her piercing glare. Kyoko's gloves. We would have seen burnt gloves on the victim. And the victim themselves, they did clearly have... Like their hand wasn't that damaged, so it has to be the gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why we are gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward, so I don't have a choice but to... Here we go.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
I want to say
This
it's the
entire
second
discussion is idiotic.
I want to say it's the second one. I want to say it's the second one, and we're gonna try shooting, and then we'll try...
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Damn it. Which, by the way... And plus, I also don't know if it would be exploded body analysis. I hate Chihiro. I kind of like him. Dude, come on. He's 30% right. Just keep that in mind. He is 30% right, guys. Keep that in mind. He is 30% right. That's almost like a third of the right of the time. So, most of the time, he is wrong, but on occasion, he gets it right. 30% that is. It could also be the tattoo. Let's try the tattoo, maybe.
Shoot!
I'm probably gonna botch this first one, by the way.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
I think it might be the second one. But I'm doing this first one just to see.
Kyoko there is just a...
Okay, then prove
The dead body
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing
No!
gloves, because that corpse is absolutely
Crap,
Kyoko.
I screwed that up.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
He ruins
That
it.
Kyoko there is just
Was
a
a
ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The
Still.
dead body wasn't.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then
I still
she was
stand
wearing
by it.
gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is
No!
absolutely Kyoko.
That should have been it.
This
I need to
entire
slow it
discussion
down.
is idiotic.
I need to slow it down.
That Kyoko there is...
Come on.
Okay, then prove
The dead body.
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing.
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No?
shoot.
Okay.
That Kyoko there is
Did we
just...
do the first one?
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Okay.
Shoot.
So we tried the tattoo.
That Kyoko there
That
is
was a
just
failure.
ghost.
I think we tried this on the first
Impossible.
one.
Okay,
So let's
then
try
prove
this on the second.
they got burnt up and...
Right?
Then she was wearing.
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No? Okay, so that's not it either. Do we need to absorb? Maybe we need to absorb. We might need to absorb something. Well, obviously, give it another go. It's gonna take me forever to get this. Okay. Maybe it's fake nails?
that Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
I want to try shooting first, and then we'll try absorbing.
That Kyoko there is just a... Okay, then prove...
The dead body
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing...
Well...
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Awesome.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we need to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Mukuro Ikusaba. The tattoo.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
But the hand wasn't. The hand wasn't.
Kyoko really is.
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death? This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should be clear. The profile. If we could find that.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Oh, here we go, Hangman's Gambit. Damn! Woof?
Now I understand.
I actually forgot about Woof.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from...
Alright, Twitch user. Appreciate you hanging out. Thank you for the barbecue! I hope there's enough barbecue sauce.
Kyoko, that's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects. I honestly think it's, Toko, because she reported the bot. So, I'm thinking it's number 2. No? Shoot! Then...
I'm sure you realize...
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and get back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I don't have an alibi for 10 p.m. until 30 a.m. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't prove an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. The tarp.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Shoot!
Maybe there's a
We've
third
established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
No, it's wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right?
I forgot the part and to do this. Part so, I also back. Well, again, reward stuff. Nice! Also, welcome back.
So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet, Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Makoto is the main character, right? Yes. I believe so. Execution would be given his off in a barbershop. I believe it.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with a certain evidence that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on!
Ah, crap, I thought I had it. Avocado. Maybe I need the power of the avocado. So close. So close. We got this. We got this. It's gonna take a few tries, but I got this.
I refuse to give up
Got
yet.
this. Avocado. Oh, not avocado. Avocado. Got this. Maybe.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! How can you say it wasn't the
This should prove it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
To be fair, I did say avocado.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night was 7:30 this morning, right?
I said Kato. You can't prove it.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko the only one without an alibi, which means that Mukuro Killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone.
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body could have been... Gotta be the tarp!
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
I refuse to say any more words. Although Kyoko is a lot like Sherlock Holmes.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Also, want to give a big shout out to Brooklyn Hannah. Appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I see you there.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
I refuse to say any more words. Better. Beat that.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Did we miss anything? Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, The tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I see you. You're trying to trick me into something. How much money do you have? Did I miss anything? I forget. I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Here we go.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I don't know what it could be. Bottom half is dry. I don't think that's gonna help us. Corpse had a mask wearing on its head, white coat covering the body. A knife had been thrust in the abdomen. The body stopped bleeding, but the blood still wet. Noted, however, that there was no blood around the body. Around. And the other one was the fragments? I have no idea which one it is. One at a time, I guess?
By covering the body with the tarp,
we'll try shooting.
the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only
Dirty on one side.
Shoot!
Okay.
By covering the body with the tarp,
The killer prevents.
So the reason that is because the sprinkler got...
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
It's because that
Side was protected from the water.
I really don't know which one it is, so I'm just going down the list.
Shoot!
I'm gonna fail this. Big
By
time.
covering the body with the killer prevents.
So the reason
there's
that...
two?
Because the spring...
But the underside, it was totally...
It's because that side, since it was facing down...
Of course it didn't
Get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
I really don't know which one it was. So I guess.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
more than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflaged.
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
I still plead the fifth because I'm pretty sure if I say any words in chat, I'm gonna go ahead and get executed. I hate my life. They got blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean I don't know. The missing chicken, maybe?
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, Did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Sorry for my chair popping there. The suspicious falls back on me again, but why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important. I was muting my mic, so I don't know if I had it muted. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. Don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So, what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Well, all I do is just eat nothing but salads. So, I mean, why you're not just eating a salad, I mean, that's just on you. And I am probably gonna have a salad. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no... Wait, the exact condition of the body was written down for someone to see. That conditions of the body was written down for everyone to see. I don't know what it is. When the body was found... Maybe before the explosion? I'm gonna go with this. Shoot! Damn. Well, we could also go down the list.
Shoot!
I really don't know which one it is.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic-level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Well, we're talking about bomb stuff, right? Bomb stuff?
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect, you, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Okay.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury
has yet to be determined, correct?
We're just gonna start shooting, and then we'll start absorbing.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Shoot!
We'll eventually get it.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
We'll keep shooting, and then eventually we'll start absorbing. I don't know where we're gonna start absorbing. Try the first one, I guess. Just slowly, one by one. Slowly. Slowly.
I refuse to give up yet!
Oh, I'm gonna die so many times during this. Well, I'll have to restart it. I got it. Kinda. Maybe. Who knows?
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Shoot!
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
No! Wait, I actually still went through?
Shoot!
Also didn't shoot the last one.
Then shall we
Let's
continue?
just
The
go ahead and
victim's
just do
fatal.
that
The
right now.
explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. And more than that, the victim had
Suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I think we have to absorb...
Shoot!
Ed?
Then, shall we continue the debate?
the victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I think
And
it's
more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
So where does this
Then,
go?
shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Well, wait a second. No, that...
Shoot!
Okay, I'm an idiot.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then there's.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury
Has yet to be determined, correct?
No, that's wrong.
I knew it was somewhere in that ballpark. I just couldn't put the pieces together.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh! I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way! Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Oh god, the real murder weapon? I want to say it's... Well, it's not the knife, because that was after the fact. I don't know what the bloody tape is about. Fragments?
Shoot!
Go down the list, I suppose. I am just... I really don't know. It's like, how many weapons do we have? We just have the knife, which is not it.
I refuse to give up.
We have the fragments, which that's from the explosion. I don't know what it is.
Died because of the blow to the... What about the wound? The Monaco... Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because it's a one instrument, right?
I'd love to...
We want to... So we'll... Go ahead.
We don't have any blind instruments. Could it be the arrows?
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds... kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master! You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about the weapon. One more secret. The tape? It's gotta be the tape. Got to be the bloody tape.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, that's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh,
Hmm? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have the evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to the dojo locker.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. Then that does mean she knew I was being attacked. He came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... He killed someone for me.
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
What? The Arthur should know better than anyone. What does that mean? He had the key. She couldn't even get into her room.
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Maybe absorb.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
there's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid.
Hid the evidence of my... and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But
Could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong.
Again, had to put the pieces together.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? She really feel that threatened because she's the killer? Or is it something else? What was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. The mastermind's trapped. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap. The victim was Ukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? Who am I supposed to... What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time to avoid danger, you will never move forward. We know the danger, but if the risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Pursue the lie.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. I wish I could take a look at the accounts, that way I know what we're doing.
I didn't have the key to my room, because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Okay, so what's her account? Kyoko and Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room. Oh, in the school! I forgot about that key. To sneak into the second floor of the dorms, this area seems to have no monitors or security cameras.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
We're just gonna shoot everything.
Shoot!
Let's try shooting.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No, that's wrong! No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, quite not. I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished! The class trial is all over!
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out! So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you! But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right. Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
I've prepared... Oh yeah, he already said this. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
And that's how the class trial of Fukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or, regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me, I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Fukuro class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. What? Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope? Hope? Is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
For claim? Oh, that's right, I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's light or not? We finished the game? Let it go. I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead, and then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the Mastermind set for us. So that's why... This has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
I have no idea what the hell is going on.
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
So I'm curious if we ran away. Wait, we're dead? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
It's all your fault. Everyone, you are wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, that's not true. None of this makes any sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Well, the only other option is to run away. So we die the exact same way? So I guess we gotta run away. Well, to be fair, I'm actually kind of glad I saw all three options. It just wouldn't seem like run away would be the right answer. I mean, technically, I guess I completed the game. But I think there's more. There has to be. Whether or not there's a whole nother chapter, I don't know. Either way, we're still gonna run away. See what ending we get there. Alter ego?
What?
What's this? What's this? What's going on? What was that? It had to be.
This
Alter
is...
ego? Oh, back in the flesh! Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? Oh, you bet your ass it is! He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it! All to hell! I don't believe this!
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. I was a pinch, an inch The stupid virus is gone now. I got it. And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you are never gonna see him again. To waste away in garbage swarm pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna begin despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We are not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Dude, I'm invested. What is going on here? The massive high school tower all over the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. Is the game starting over? With hundreds of years of tradition. I'm gonna see what gotta happen here, but it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. This is sounding like the game is starting all over. There are two things you need to attend this. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you are scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with ultimate students was me. Dude, the game has started over. Wait, what? Dude, I thought the game was starting over. That's why I sped through it. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta backtrack. I gotta go back from when everything began. Urban areas, yeah, I mentioned that. It brings the top students, yada yada yada. Chuck's Peak's fitting name. There are two things to attend. One, you have to be no ordinary student could enroll. The only way in is to be scouted by the school itself and staying there at this yada 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 yada. Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Finally? I could finally feel my mind and my body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or Was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invaded my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? But I can't let that happen. And not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well that had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. What the hell is going on? I like it! This is insane. I guess we go to the door? Okay. Won't budge. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquid I can drink and which ones are all around? Bad idea. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in all sides, but that's not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I will never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left. After not being able to eat or drink, I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above? What could it have been? Okay. Did a giant piece of trash just fell down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of garbage. Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Can you take the cup of noodles off your head? It just looks ridiculous. Kyoko.
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage on your head. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then forced me.
Hey.
Then faced me. Then faced me again. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you are finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way down my stomach. That really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Oh, wait, do you have the key? If you got the freaking Monokuma key, open that door. But, Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone?
You...
Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything, so you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive,
in other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you had some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Until recently, I've forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible. Amnesia? Then it is really true. You lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? Are you talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At the same time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I came to this school, and why I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was, but what would make you forget all of that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. You are saying you think you lost your memory because I don't think I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory, but why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plan, so the mastermind just stole from me.
However...
And it could also mean, however, my memories have been connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
if I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility, but since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind's one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around here, in which case it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
that being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were at least likely to be the mastermind. That was the intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you are not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality.
Dude, this is awesome. There is just so much going on.
Is everything just the way it was? Were you able to remember everything? I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I finally able to recall my purpose and ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective. And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. I had to find someone who... Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father? What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. Kyoko's dad is Hope Peak Academy's headmaster. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? Wow. Then that was so subtle, too. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said that I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the mastermind's room. Then, what did you see in there? The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone didn't know where anything was have been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculties. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if there were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room
However,
there. But once I got there, I noticed the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important, and really ominous. So now we're done?
However...
Okay, so yeah, now we're done. Wait, there was a second part. Hold on. What was the other part? Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It had to do with, Saba,
However...
doesn't it? Just be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you are right. But that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved to begin with. The point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole the key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted me to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly, you mean because the school regulations.
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope Peak Academies at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that, the rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. Hey. There's no other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. It could have been the victim?
Indeed.
I could have become the victim? You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night?
I
can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this. Is this the reason why she had her door cracked? And even though that apparently our rooms are completely soundproof, she could still hear. She has like that sixth sense.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. By the way, I'm mentioning when we were protecting Alter Ego, by the way. Because she had to leave her door cracked for Alter Ego and she would like hear screams and stuff. And that sixth sense is what I'm talking about. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
that wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key ended up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all of this would mean that whoever killed Bukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction, and it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
it means that the mastermind is the one who's being cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Bukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused the event. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they are the ultimate despair. God damn, I realize I've just been talking for like probably several minutes here. The despicable group who only purpose and motivation comes from despair, they are, make no mistake, they are the root of all the evil that forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Oh man! Okay. I think we need to end it there. This was perfect. This was absolutely perfect. I am a little curious to see what would happen if I ran away. So I'm gonna see if I can find that on... I'm gonna see if I can find that online. I just want to see if we could see that. You know what? Go here. So, I think I'm gonna end it there. But first, I'm actually quite curious. What would have happened had we ran off? I'm curious. There we go. Alright, I'm looking at the video right now. And it's the full trial, too. I want to get to the part to where they bring up... Oh, he's using, Japanese language. Man, he's just spamming the hell out of this shit. Wait. Did he already ran off? So is it, like, really quick, I guess? African snail separated from this wild snail. Oh, so it really does nothing. So apparently that's what you do if you run away. So if you try and run away, this is all that happens. So apparently it's completely useless. So this is what happens if you run away. Okay. That's all I want. It's just, it was so good though. Oh god. It's just, it was so good though, and I was like kind of curious. Yeah, I had to see for myself. Alright, I'm happy. I'm happy. So, we saw what it was. It's all good. So that's basically kind of like a freebie, I guess. Alright. That's all I wanted to know. Okay. I'm happy. Alrighty. I would continue on, but I could already feel my voice giving out, especially near the end there. Like, I was just kind of just going off. So yeah, I'm done for the day. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, we're probably. By the way, it's almost midnight, so if I wait just a couple more minutes, I could actually be saying, not tomorrow, but actually today. So, but technically, right now for me, on the 11th, we will be doing some more Danganronpa. I want to try and do a morning stream. But we might do it at night. Who knows? Most likely, I think that's what I'll probably do, is just try and do one stream. I only did 2 streams today because I wanted to get through the class trial. And oh man, was that so good. This was really, really good. Will you play Danganronpa 2? Absolutely. I just don't know when. It's just going to be a while. Because basically what's going to be coming up on the channel is... By the way, I also see you in there, Otaku. I see you there. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Yeah, I will be playing Danganronpa 2, 100%. But this year, I'm kind of booked. So what's going to be coming up on the channel is this month on the 25th, and it's the whole reason why I'm doing everyday streams right now. I don't do it temporarily. I usually stream only Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. And lately, kinda Monday, because me and my friends, we want to do a little bit of Remnant. So, which, by the way, confirmed, this, on Monday, the 14th, we will be doing, some more Remnant. I'm also probably going to try and get on a little bit early if I can. I think I want to do the DLC map. I didn't know how to trigger it, and I ended up finding a way to, well, do that. So, yeah, I might be diving into some DLC tomorrow, or, well, not tomorrow, but on the 14th. I don't know why I said tomorrow. My mind is just dying as we speak. But on the 11th, for me right now, tomorrow, we will be doing, we will be trying to go for Danganronpa here a little bit more. I'm going to try and do a morning stream, but I'll see what happens. Yeah, I will be doing Danganronpa, but I just don't know when, because for this month, on the 25th, we have Mafia 1. I also, at some point, want to play Cyberpunk. So I need to see how those 2 games play out in order to see, like, what exactly am I going to do next. So, basically, in a nutshell, when Cyberpunk drops, like, my life is just going to turn into Cyberpunk. I'm just going to dive right into that. And the whole reason why I'm doing it is I basically think there's going to be spoilers all over the place. So, I'm sure there's going to be people coming out with early copies. There's going to be like a whole bunch of streams on Twitch that's going to be playing it. So, everyone's going to be like starting off and ending at their different spots. Me, on the other hand, if I just stay here and just keep streaming, then the odds of me running into spoilers is kinda becomes limited. So I need to see how Mafia 1 plays out. I need to see how Cyberpunk turns out. Once I get through those, at that moment, I should be fine with whatever the hell happens. So, yeah. And that's when I probably will end up playing Danganronpa 2. But I can't tell you when that is. Chances are, it probably won't be until next year. Most likely. If if Cyberpunk ends up being the game that I think it is, I played Witcher 3. That was insane. I did 250 hours on stream. 250 hours of Witcher 3. That's a lot of hours. So because of that, I kinda can't really say that Cyberpunk is gonna be a short game. If I could go 250 hours in Witcher 3, I think it's safe to say there's probably going to be in the neighborhood of 250 hours in Cyberpunk. Because it's made by the same people. It's relatively... it's an open world third-person game. So I could only assume it's going to be very similar in that regard. So I don't think that's going to be the case. You know, like... The only difference is one is like a Renaissance theme and the other one is like futuristic theme. That's like the only difference between the two. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I have no idea when I'm going to be doing Danganronpa 2. I'm going to be looking forward to it because, I mean, Danganronpa 1 with Trigger Happy Havoc, I mean, this is really good. Again, by no means is it the best game I've ever played. I do like the comedy. I do like the weight of the moments in the game. It really is something special. It really is something unique, and I like that. The only problem is, like, legitimately the only problem, and it's not that big of a deal, is it's a visual novel, so I'm doing a lot of talking. So because of that, you know, I kind of have to pace myself, just simply because, like, right now, I feel my sore throat coming on, so when I get off here, I'm gonna try and fix some stuff. Try and use whatever I have around the house and see if I could get rid of this thing. So yeah. I'm gonna probably be doing that here in a minute. Also, officially, we are gonna be doing some more Danganronpa today. It's now officially midnight my time. It's actually like just 10 seconds past the time, so yeah. So, officially, today, we are going to be doing Danganronpa. I want to do it in the morning, but kind of like a little bit later in the morning. I kind of want to rest my throat for as much as I possibly can. It's midnight right now, so that means... probably in about, I want to say 9 hours, give or take. I feel like about 9 hours we might be, we might do some more Danganronpa, I think. We'll do some Danganronpa in about, like, 9 hours from now. Otherwise, we're going to be doing it again at night. And probably like today, we're probably going to be starting it at about... When did I start today? I think it was... or like 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock or so, I think. So... 9, 8 o'clock-ish. So... anyway, keep your eye on Twitter, Discord, if any changes were to happen. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, other than thank you guys for hanging out with me. I do want to thank Cam Opper for subbing to the channel. Much, much appreciated. Also do want to thank Brooklyn Hannah for following the channel. Much appreciated. So anybody else that followed the channel as well, I thank you very, very much. I know I do know I see one of them in chat, or at least was in chat. I do see you there, Otaku. just reading off the last follow, and then right below that, I see Otaku, so I see you in there. So yeah, much appreciated, guys, for all the support. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the Danganronpa streams. It's all up on YouTube if anyone wants to check it out there. I would say you can also go on Twitch as well, but I noticed, like, after 2 weeks, Twitch kind of deletes all the VODs, essentially, so if I want to keep them, I have to highlight them and do it that way, and honestly, I would rather just save the ones that are any worth of note, or I have to try and keep one way or another. Like, I did a podcast with a friend of mine. I actually had to highlight it and transfer the, you could actually do it on Twitch. You could actually, if you could link your YouTube account, and you could actually transfer your stream over to YouTube, so I kind of did that. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than thank you guys. We are going to be doing more Danganronpa later today. Probably just going to be only one stream. I did 2 today because I didn't think there was going to be a class trial. I was just trying to progress to the next big portion. So, technically, with my stream I did earlier today, we probably did approximately 6 hours. So, we actually made some serious progress. 6 hours, I mean, that's actually like a normal stream for me. And I only stopped this morning and didn't go all the way through because I figured it was going to be a lot of talking. And my voice was given out back then this morning, so it's even given out even more now, so. Yeah. So yeah, let's... I'll take a break. I'll probably see you guys in about 9 hours-ish. However long it takes. Or who knows? Maybe I don't feel too well and I'll just say, hey, we'll do a stream tonight. So, whatever the case may be, keep your eye on Twitter, Discord, all that good stuff. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys again. I'm not going to host anyone. I don't think there's going to be anyone at this hour. Most people I know are off. Unless JoJo's on, but he's kind of completely random. I don't know when he's on. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming every single day until we finish this freaking game, because I'm loving it. But anyway, guys, see you guys in the next one. Born to lose, live to win. I'll see you guys later today for Danganronpa. I'm out! Let's get out of here. Call it a day. Need to rest my voice. Quick, where are the pills?